found so far, perhaps crane-like. In time, Charlie uncovered a complete skeleton of a hatchling dinosaur and dubbed it Baby Louie. The presumed sequence of events leading up to the preservation of this exciting fossil probably went like this. The eggs hatching. Shortly after, something went wrong. Just a few inches from the egg, baby Louie died, and almost instantaneously how much parental care was required for these infant creatures. Were there in fact any dinosaurs that were altricial, needing intense parental care to survive? An oviraptor probably looked very much like this crane as it sat on its nest. And since these dinosaurs were actually brooding their eggs, it would mean that at least some dinosaurs were warm. But was that assumption ever wrong? Future versions of the adults.
The difference between
From the dinosaur egg finds were becoming common, the hope was to one day find a baby still inside the egg. Such a specimen could answer a lot of questions. Behavior like alligators and many birds, returning over and over to the same nesting site. That dinosaurs, in fact huge sauropod dinosaurs that lived 80 million years ago, called
axis facing out from the nest, rather flat. Troodonids, on the other hand, lay their eggs sticking straight up. So these are stereotypical for species.
From the fossil record, we know that dinosaur eggs were laid in groups. Some of them in extraordinary clutches, like this circle of 33 eggs laid by a theropod Argentina, and another from China. It's interesting to note that the spherical eggs, the ones that are... So there are many examples of egg clutches, but are they truly nests? The greater the volume of material the shell needs to hold in, the thicker and stronger the eggshell needs to be. These spherical eggs seem to range from 4 to 8 inches in diameter. Dinosaur eggs are laid in two basic shapes, spherical and elongate. The same is true for bird and reptile eggs. Elongated dinosaur eggs are up to 3 times longer than they are wide. All elongated eggs identified so far are associated with the predatory raptor-type theropod dinosaurs. These elongate eggs can range in length from 18 inches to 1.5 inches. Dinosaur eggs.
Well, currently there are approximately
as little protective packages for early stages of embryonic development. With the evolutionary invention of
sauropods. There are many different types of these gigantic, long-necked creatures. These are Diplodocus, the longest of them all. For protection, they move in herds of 30 or more, and some of the older ones are over 40 meters in length. Only 10 meters away from the carnivore, the forest floor moves. Right under the predator's gaze, a baby diplodocus or sauropodlet has hatched. All around her, her brothers and sisters are also struggling free from their buried eggs beneath the surface. And there is safety in numbers. She is a 25-ton diplodocus. Each football-sized object is carefully placed in a deep trench. Tenderly she buries her clutch and then abandons them to their fate. Out on the fern plains, the rest of her gigantic herd grazes. Below him, a column of iguanodons stretches along a beach, grazing the edge of a dense forest. Within are 3 hatchlings. For the first 2 weeks of their lives, they will stay in the nest, while the adults take turns collecting food and bringing it back to them. The lead female takes great care to maintain the nest. As the forest becomes more crowded, the clan's nests need constant attention. The lead female treats her pile of rotting leaves like an incubator and uses her sensitive beak to monitor the temperature. Then she adds and removes vegetation to keep the eggs at about 30 degrees centigrade. Already the baby Lielanosaura can be heard inside responding to their mother's clicks. The nests also have to be protected round the clock. Fur-coated mammals thrive in these Antarctic forests, and some are easily large enough to steal a dinosaur egg. But the Lielanosaura has an unusual defense. It is enough to